Captain Wilderness here and myself, we're headed up to a spot where we think there's a cellar hole. When we get there, we'll see what happens.
Nice to find wall, and obviously new plantation of trees.
That definitely used to be a pasture. Hopefully the cellar hole is right on yonder. Making my way through all this mess. Got a nice mid-tone, about 55, 56 on the F75. I just popped out a button. We made it, but there it is. We're gonna search around here to see if there's any lost relics, buttons, coins, who knows what. So stay tuned. Here's a neat old relic of some sort. I believe it to be brass. It rang up like brass, but I'm not 100% sure. It's part of the fun, is the mystery and the research. What'd you get, bud?
So I'm expecting, like, it's a mid-tone, thinking maybe it's a bullet, shotgun shell. I've got a few of those. But check that out. That's a thimble. And I don't think it's gold, but man, does it look like
wow,
gold.
That looks...
Would they actually make them in gold? I don't know.
I mean, anything could be made out of gold, bud. It's not heavy though, so no. I'm doubting it's gold, but it could be. I don't know. Did they plate stuff? I don't know.
I don't know.
That'll look beautiful once you clean that up though, for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Well, not all finds can be great. That there is just some horse tack. Still a relic, still old, which means there's still stuff here. How's it going, Jay?
Oh, we're doing all right, except for the bugs.
The bugs are brutal. It's the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
It's like a second wave of them this summer.
I know. Oh, man.
I got that button. Jay got that thimble. We pulled out a couple other relics, one that I'm not sure of, but it's a good way to spend the evening, especially after a long day at work.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bunch of targets right here. And where we started is just right up where those ferns are at. And now, I just got into that, which I believe, to me, it looks like a cigarette container. But I'm not sure. I won't really know until I clean it up to see what that says. I think it may have stumbled across a dump site. Jay's right up there digging glass and all kinds of other stuff. And I just came over here to see some of this metal and this glass that's just laying here. A container of some sort. And then I'm walking around and the ground's crunchy, so I gotta be careful, but I look over and I see this thing sticking out. It's an old mason jar. Ah, it's a broken mason jar. This is another reason why we wear gloves while we come out here. You still want to be careful though, because some of this stuff can be very sharp and cut right through your hands. So. Well, there's Jay. He just found a license plate. Found a nice old bottle. Sticking right out of the ground. Right about there. This will be an area we come back to. Maybe with some rakes and some extra hands. But who knows? Maybe there's more of these lurking underneath. Well, here's something right there. I really hope that's a full jar or vase or something. It's not broken, not cracked. I don't see any cracks. Stuff in there. Wow. Look down on the ground and you start seeing glass and everything poking up, and just you investigate, and that's what it could lead to right there. There's a license plate Jay found. Massachusetts, 1925. We keep stumbling upon some old stuff. There's a bunch of chain right there. No, but I really wish these were coming out whole, because that's a beautiful, like a rose color. I'm not a bottle expert, so, but I do know there's a lot of glass bottles right where we're standing, so we're just gonna have to go layer by layer, I guess. I think we're gonna get heading out in like 2 minutes. I mean, it's getting dark and the bugs are super bad. We will be back at some point. Right, Jay?
Absolutely.
Well, Jay and I are done. We've made it out of the woods alive. And here's our roundup for a couple hour hunt. Clearly got into some bottles in that little dump. Jay was able to pull out a few more than I was. But they're not very old, but some of them have pretty cool designs on them. They look good in a display case regardless once they're cleaned up. But my favorite are these porcelain containers, usually with some kind of a tin lid. Just screws right on. Lotion, whatever else they might have. This little salt and pepper shaker, I believe it's that's a salt shaker, I believe, with all those holes on the top, but just a very intricate design, just something different. And it's amazing that that lasted without breaking under the ground. Of course, we got some other bottles. I believe that to be a tobacco tin or a cigarette tin. I could be wrong, but I think that's what those look like. There is some design on the front, look like a label. Hopefully I can clean some of that rust off. Try to figure out what it is. The two very cool finds are right there. I believe that to be a tomback button on the right with a full shank. And then of course Jay got that thimble, which we're not sure if it's gold plated, but it's not very heavy, so I'm assuming it might be plated, but still it's very unique for where we found it. And of course just some old junk. Jay thought this to be a horse rosette, but now looking at it after it's cleaned up a little bit, we don't think so, but who knows. Guess there's really no telling for sure. And then the really neat thing with the only date on it is the license plate that Jay found, 1925 from Massachusetts. So that is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for future episodes, and thank you for watching.